Hello, hello, hello.
Hey guys!
Welcome to Pop of Color Live, a music industry late night show for colorful bands and artists. I'm your host, Clara Charron, and tonight I have a very special guest, the one, the only Chantal Hackett.
Hello everybody! Nice to be here, super excited.
Yeah, tonight Chantal and I will be talking about confidence, finding your inner self, your persona when it comes to expressing yourself as a musician and an artist, or in general, a person in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
But first, like every week, we start with the news.
The news!
Hello, Leonard. Leonard runs Indie Band Coach in California.
Leonard's the name of my brother. Love that name.
Yeah, he shares it in his group every week. He's a big fan. Big fan.
Love
And
it.
Leonard is a wonderful
Leonard's
person.
the bomb.
He has this t-shirt that says, I run on 130 BPM that he gave me. It's
Oh my god, I love those.
fabulous.
Hey kitties! If you guys don't know, Clara has a lot of cats in her house.
I'm fostering 3 kittens.
That's just like super. They're
I
so
rescued.
cute.
They were orphans in the size of my hand.
I want to do that. Anyways,
Anyway, so
as you were saying.
top news story tonight. An extensive report from Citigroup via Pitchfork has reported this week that out of the $43 billion in revenue the music industry earned last year, that's
a lot of money.
2017, only 12% actually went to the artists.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the people who are creating what everyone else is making money off of.
I don't even
only
know. Like, that's just awful.
100%, like the most of it went to the middlemen in the sense of the streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Like you have your music on iTunes, you know that
Yeah.
Apple takes a 33% cut.
Yeah,
or
they
whatever
do.
it is.
Yeah, you don't make a lot.
It's that plus labels, agents,
Yeah.
managers taking a percentage,
Yeah.
and then all that's left for the artist is
That's
12%.
crazy.
So yes, that is a very, very small piece of the cake. But I would like to point out that in this report that was 88 pages long, I'll let you know.
God, Clara.
I have the condensed version in the description of this video. In the 20 years ago, it was approximately 7% that the artists got. So while we're still not earning very much, there is
Progress.
a little bit of progress, mainly due to the rise of the independent artists. Hello, Catherine. Thank you so much for tuning in live.
Hello, Catherine.
See, it's so great. For those
I
of
love
you
it.
on the rerun,
It's so great.
the show is Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Live, people, live.
Yes, I
Tell
have
you.
a special announcement about that at the very end of the show.
Mhm.
But let's go on to news piece number 2 out of 3. SoundCloud is relaunching its beloved comments from mobile feature.
Oh.
So that may not seem like a lot, but the
Hmm.
reasoning they're doing behind this is to really niche in SoundCloud as more of a social platform with that social element to
Right.
separate it from the other streaming services.
Yeah.
And last piece of news, which was a report that a friend of mine sent me, I think 2 or 3 friends of mine sent me, from Media Research Group. My friends know me so well. Oh, it was titled, Are Record Labels Facing an A&R Crisis? Did you read this?
I did not read it. But
Okay.
that's why I tune into your show.
Thank you.
I just don't have time to read it, so I just listen to Clara. She does the work.
Yeah, I do it, and I take the important parts and bring them to you in
And
the
you
news
just
segment
bring it to
of
us.
the show. Okay,
So tell me about it. Tell me about
okay,
it.
so for those of you who don't know what A&R is, it's artist and repertoire.
Oh.
Basically, it's what used to be the talent scouts. So in the olden days, they'd be like, I want you to be signed, and even after seeing an artist perform in a bar, and they would be the ones who coordinated. They would be in charge of the artist development and helping them pick out the songs and helping them build their persona, pick out the songs for that first record, and in the very, very early stages of their career.
And now what do they do?
So there isn't,
Like, is it the
when
same?
when all the money from the music industry kind of went away,
Yeah.
artist development was one of the first things to get cut off the chopping block. But what's really interesting in this article, what it's arguing is back in the old days this is especially on the A&R's job of choosing the next song to be the single and identifying within a label's roster which of the artists are really going to make it big this year.
Right.
Say if they sign 10 new acts, only one or two are going to really break through into the mainstream of their genre.
Nice.
So deciding what singles they should push for those artists, which artists they should push, where they should pull back, where should they give an extra boost for radio.
Yeah.
In the olden days, they would use their gut feeling. They'd be like, that sounds like it's going to be a hit.
The gut.
Nowadays.
Oh, God. What's nowadays?
Streaming data. So,
okay.
So there's
it's
good and bad with that. Good.
Are you selling songs? Like, are you?
For example,
yeah.
Well, I mentioned this on my last show when it came to the news. A big hard rock band now uses streaming data when they do their big arena tours. So if these are the songs that the fans are listening to most of in this area, they'll play those. They'll add them to their set list.
Smart. That's smart.
But one of the downsides of streaming data is when a song gets added to a playlist, they can't tell if it's passive listening or active listening. So this song has a lot of streams, but how many people are just like, it's tolerable, I'm just letting it slide, versus it actually being popular.
Have they found a solution to that? Or?
They're still working on it, which is what that article in the description was talking about. But it's like, so they're putting this song has so many streams, we should put a lot of money into it.
Yeah.
It doesn't go anywhere because it's just on a very popular playlist that people are listening to in between the two songs they're actually seeking out.
Oh gosh. So that's where we're at, Clara. Is that really where we're at? Music industry's changing, my friends. So quickly, so fast, but I think it's good.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. So quickly, before we get into the main feature, I just want Chantal to have an opportunity to properly introduce herself.
All right, well, hello everybody. My name is Chantal Hackett. I am the owner of a music school located in Orleans, Ottawa, called Sing House Studios. And we are obsessed with singing. We call ourselves the Singing Addicts. But also, I'm a musician. I've been singing since I was like super young, this young. And it's always been my dream to be like the next Lady Gaga, the next famous superstar. But I just fell into this job, and you know,
started a singing school from your parents' house.
Yeah, from my parents' house in their kitchen, and it grew so much that every room in the house became sort of a music school, and it was weird, and it got crazy, and now we're at 250 students, and
your own location. Your own location that's not your parents' house.
Yeah, so I didn't really find Sing House. Sing House found me. So
hang on, I'm going to keep the kitchen away from the audio equipment.
Oh my gosh. So cute.
And I am fostering 3 kittens. Oh. Give a big thumbs up, share a comment, engage for kittens.
Oh, where's the other one?
They'll turn up. I think one of them fell into the recycling bin. And
you know, I've never really liked cats that much. I'm way more of a dog person. But
I know you
cats, oh my God, people, look at this.
I know, your birthday card has puppies on it.
It does.
I've already picked it up for you.
Can I just take him? I just want them all.
That's a her.
Oh, he looks like a he.
Well, thanks.
All cats look like he's. I don't know. I'm sorry. But
even Louise?
No, actually, you know what? No, because
she is a princess. Louise is a princess.
She's very much a princess. Mwah. Give a kiss to the Facebook Livers. She's like, oh yeah, it's a she, right? Yeah, we talked about this. Okay.
Yes, we just talked about this. So,
okay,
let's start with visual branding in that case. How do people not go, that looks like a death metal band?
So everybody, this is my cup, Sing House cup, because I thought I would bring a cup on your show.
I'm really glad
I'm branding right now. And I'm actually on vacation right now, which is why I'm wearing, oh, hey, vacay. I'm going camping. How do you feel about camping?
I like camping with mints on my pillows.
Exactly.
Glamping.
I'm definitely nervous, but whatever.
No, I'm so glad you made it on the show the night before you leave. You are
course.
someone I really admire in the industry.
You know what, Clara, you've been there from the get-go. Clara's a singing addict herself. You know that you do music too.
Yep.
And you're always into that stuff. And I don't know, I think Clara and I were obsessed with the music industry as a whole. I learned from her, she learns from me. We work together really well. So what else can we tell our peeps tonight?
So the girls you coach, you have a lot of girls in your music school, and lots of them will audition for talent shows.
Yes.
Tips.
So, talent shows, I don't know, I definitely think they're a great experience, but you have to have a very good mind before entering the talent show. So I won't recommend a student go to a talent show before they're really mentally ready. They can have the greatest voice in the world, but if they're not mentally ready, you know what I mean by mentally ready?
Thick skin, for starters. Like walking in and Simon Cowell like says you sound like a cat falling off the Empire State Building.
Exactly. And it's like you really have to look at it like it's an experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
thinking
it's
it's
something
also,
that you're experiencing.
I mean, there's different levels. There's like the State Fair talent show, but then there's also the TV ones, like
yes,
La
La Voix.
for example. That's the highest rated show in Quebec across the river.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the French version of The Voice.
Yes.
And that one also has the social media component, so suddenly you're a public figure.
Yeah,
like, you have to be okay to deal with
there's that
sudden
too. Yeah.
level of like people stopping you on the street.
Yeah, and I think you nailed it. Like you got to be okay with that. And a lot of artists are introverts. They don't really like the attention. But I've got some students that love the attention. You know, they could do that all day. So it takes a certain type of person. But either way, if the parents like, they should really do it, please make them do it. And I go, okay, all right. You know, it's a relationship with the parent and the student. So, you know, if I really think that they're ready, I say, listen, you're going to do this. But if you don't win, it is seriously not the end of the world. Do not take it personally. But most people do, right? When they lose or they don't get accepted on something, they get crushed. And I don't want that to be the end of their journey because it's a long one. So until they're ready to do that stuff, I don't really encourage it.
Tips for building confidence, bouncing back.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Confidence. Well, you know, a lot of people say, what song should I sing for auditions? Should I sing "And I" from Whitney? I'm like, please don't. But at the same time, like, yes, you do have to have a song that shows your voice, but you have to love the song. You have to love it. Because you're gonna be doing an audition, so you actually have to like the song. So don't do the song that your parents are telling you. Do the song that you want to do.
Don't do the song that every other girl's gonna do.
Please don't do every song.
I'm gonna swing from the chandelier.
Love that song. I have a video on that song. You can search me on YouTube.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I already plugged your YouTube.
But I
it's
actually went like this because I was like, literally, as a teacher, I hear every single song all the time. Same songs from the radio over and over, right? So imagine the judge that's sitting there. So I would just pick a song, even if it's played over and over, but you really connect to it. Like
if you're going to sing a popular song, you have to sing it better than everyone.
Yeah, you think? Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, better, like better vocally.
Better vocally.
Better.
You have to bring a better package. Or bring something completely different to it that they're not expecting because there's no set. Going second and third of everyone who's performing the same song. Yeah. You either have to be the top of performing it the same way as everyone else, or be doing it so differently that you're in a completely other box.
Yeah, exactly.
You're running your own race.
Yeah, and half the time these kids don't know who they are when they're singing, so they'll pick whatever the parents say or whatever friends say.
Oh, my mom says I sound like Adele. I should sing Rolling in the Deep.
Yes. And it's like,
you sound like a breathless cheerleader.
You know what? Always, if you're gonna do the talent show, pick a song you like that you think you sound good on. Have fun with it. If you don't get accepted, at least you had fun, right? You're not like, man, I didn't get accepted and I had to sing Colors of the Wind by Pocahontas to please my mother. So you're double upset. You know what I mean? But at least you leave going, well, I like that song and I enjoyed singing it.
Colors of the Wind about being torn between pleasing your parents.
Right? It's that whole battle, right?
Do you deal with a lot of stage parents, momagers, dadagers?
Yeah, like Dance Moms was meant, I meant for that show. I'm just joking. I think that, you know, because of Dance Moms, a lot of moms are like afraid to be too much, you know, and sometimes, you know, they should be sharing what they think and sometimes they don't because they don't want to be that mom. But it's a whole, you're not just trying to please the student, you're trying to please the parent, and I get it.
No, it's a delicate balance. I worked social media for you over a year ago now.
Yeah.
It's like, we've got to create content that the kids will like, and the students will like, and that their parents will be like, yeah, we made the good choice sending them to this music school.
Exactly, and like every music school in Ottawa is so different. Like, you know, I'll always remember I had one of my students, she's 8 or whatever, and she sang all about that bass, no travel, right?
Excuse me while I cringe on live
it was like
TV.
It was like hot and like it was a song coming out of the season, and I actually liked it. I was like, all about the bass. And I was like, yes. And she's like, I really want to do it. I want to wear like a glittery shirt. And I just want to like rock that song.
And call the other second graders skinny bitches.
Right?
Yeah.
See, like, I was like, you know what? You like the song. Like, I remember listening to Spice Girls and listening to Two Become One and not knowing what the heck it meant. You know? At the end of the day, she loved all about that bass. She's like, and she's thinking about the bass, like, from the music notes.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, so she's just rocking the song out. And this one parent's like, oh my God.
Becky, look
Calm
at her.
down. She's singing this inappropriate song. And I'm like, listen, I'm like, you just need to chill. This, at least she's up there. She's singing. She's getting confidence.
True.
She has no idea that she's singing about the bass like your booty. But even if she was singing bass like your booty, like she's having a blast. And she's just, you know, all her friends are there. She's making friends. She's doing something that's so out of her comfort zone.
I mean, at least Meghan Trainor is just an overall, like, wholesome, peppy person.
At the end of the day,
there's a lot worse choices.
You know, you gotta give a little. And if that's what the kids want to sing these days, that's what the kids want to sing these days. Like a virgin. Ooh! There was songs like that back then too. Right?
I'm thinking Elvis, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. How far back do you want to go?
Hello.
The waltz was controversial because they were touching hands for the first time. I'm just saying.
And like, there's limits. Like, I heard Chandelier was about like suicide or something like that. I only learned that much later, and then someone's like, that's about suicide. I was like, really? Like, I don't know. I just don't operate like that. I don't think like that. I'm not super intense like that. And, you know, there are people that are like that, and we try to work with the parent so that we like, there's all kinds, every family is so different, Clara. Every family's so different, and we try to talk to them at the beginning of the program and say what, you know, what's an okay song, what's not, and we try to work for that family.
What swear words are off limits?
Right? Like how many swear words can I have? You know, or we'll like change it. We'll, instead of ass, we'll say like, I don't know. Help me.
Pumps and a bump. I don't know. I'm trying to fix something that's one simple.
I swear to God, you try looking for a song without a bad word these days.
Baby got back.
Baby got stuff. That's what I would say. Baby got stuff.
No, change us. Like, I'm trying to fix something that'll fit the meter.
Stuff. I don't know. At the end of the day, I want them out there. I want them performing. I want them loving and expressing what they love. And I'm happy. I'm happy, and I think the parents happy too. So clearly it's been working, and it's been giving a lot of people confidence, and not false confidence, like true, authentic confidence, because they're choosing their songs. Yeah. So it is a honest truth music. They're singing what they want.
For sure.
They're not being told. They're singing what they want, and they're learning.
They're learning technique behind it, and
they're learning by doing. They're going out there performing. We do 5 or 6 shows a month, I would say.
Sounds about right.
If more.
That's how many you invite me to.
Well, exactly. And like, I started in my community. I hustled, man, since I was young. My mom was my momager. Like, I'm used to that lifestyle. That's how I lived. And, you know,
it worked.
I was like, Mom, if I win this, will you buy me a bike? She's like, sure. I was like, okay.
I gotta win this.
I'm gonna win this so I can get the bike. And so it's awful. It's awful, but it's how kids work. It's the reality. It's how it works. And yeah.
So let's talk about your own journey, because your last EP, Ready for the Fall, which I'm still listening to, was like your journey to finding confidence and finding your own sound and everything. Because it's one thing to talk about it with younger students, and then it's a completely other thing to like do it yourself. I wouldn't know. I write bios.
Absolutely. Like, my journey has been going back to my momager. It was like, you must win for the bike. Like, it was all about the win. Mom, I love you, and I still love you. Absolutely love you. But man, was it about the win. So that's why I had to make sure to, and it, you know, it made me really, and it's still to this day, you know, I'll perform. I performed last night at the Red Blacks. I did the anthem. 26,000 people, like, feeling like nervous here. I still have that because I'm still thinking, I gotta win, right? So it's awful.
You're not playing football.
Exactly. My mom's like, you've done this a million times, you realize. I'm like, yeah, but I've got to make it perfect.
But if I flub the note,
I have to win.
Oh, Canna. Wait, what's the next song?
Like, it's got to be amazing. Every single note has to be detailed. But at the end of the day, that's just how I operate. I really take my music seriously. I take my voice seriously. I take my instrument seriously. It's my job. And I do sing difficult songs, and it's not easy. I got to warm up for hours before. It's not just like, even we'll be at barbecues sometimes, and people are like, sing. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna sing right now. Like, I need
Excuse
to
me, I'll go to the bathroom and warm up
like, and
for
then
half
they're
an hour
like,
before I come back to sing for Uncle
diva.
Gary's.
I'm like, I'm not a diva. Like, I swear I'm not. But anyways, that's just who I am, right?
You didn't give your instrument. You wouldn't play guitar without tuning it.
Right? Like, but people don't get it, right? They think it's like magic that comes out. It's not. It's not. I came from a place where I started singing in my room alone because my dad passed away when I was young, and my mom had to work and grind, so I was a lot alone at home alone, and I turned to music. It was like tapes at the time. So old. 1985. Here,
I had tapes in my car growing up.
Did you?
Well, we had an old car, but yeah. Yeah. Because I spent my middle school years in Beijing, China, and
Are you serious?
I didn't tell you this.
No.
Sorry. Yes. So as a result, at the time there was only one English language radio station, and it was like the Learn English for Beginners station.
Oh.
So all we had were my parents' tapes to listen to.
Me
So
too.
I grew up with Broadway musicals
There you go.
and one ABBA tape.
Yeah,
all we
yeah,
had.
it's like the one tape. For me, it was.
Anyway, so all we had was the Broadway musical tapes.
Yeah.
You know, like Man of La Mancha, Sound of Music, all the Andrew Weber. So this is what I grew up with, and then I rebelled and went to country music as soon as I landed here in Canada.
That's an interesting new rebel. Am I saying it right? Rebel. But yeah, speaking
My
of
French is showing.
Well, going into French is that I grew up French and with a mother that was all about like keeping French alive. Like even in the McDonald's drive-through, she'd be like, "No, don't order in English." I was like, I want chicken nuggets. She's like, "No, c'est des croquettes." I was like, wow. Like she was so intense about French. So she didn't allow, and I love you, Mom, love you, very intense, but love you. But you know, for a long time, she didn't allow me to listen to any English music. So all I knew until I was 15 was René Simard, Lara Fabian, and I just listened to all French music. And then one day I rebelled. I was like, I'm gonna listen to English music and TV. So the first show I watched was The Simpsons. I was like, what have I been missing all my life? And 2, I started listening to the Spice Girls. I was like, oh, yeah, this is good.
What's that scene in Mean Girls? Is this the Spice Girls? I love her. She's like our little Martian.
I fell in love with pop music at that point. And then I was like rebelling again. And I became a huge fan of Alanis Morissette because that's when I was like, oh,
your edgy
my
stage.
father died. My mom's working. I'm so
gonna
depressed.
stand outside in the rain.
Yeah, and I had like eyeliner,
sad like
this
a little
thick.
Labrador.
Yeah, and I had like 2 strands in my hair like this, you know, like with a bun, like just totally depressed. What do we call that? Emo. So I was like, oh my god. And so Alanis was like my cure to everything. And before Alanis, my mom had me compete, but I sang very classical. I was trained classically, so I'd be like, if you want to be my lover, you got to be with my friend. You know? I was like singing it like that.
You sound like Julie Andrews.
Oh my god. And I was like, why am I not winning? And
wrong song choice for your style.
Like awful. And so yeah, that's literally, and I was like, why is my voice doing that? So I actually trained my voice to speak. When I heard Alanis, she was like, you know, she was like really loud, right?
Okay, we got a mic right now.
I know, sorry guys. And so I was like, I started yelling, and I was obviously damaging my vocal cords, but somehow it ended up
just going
working.
through her teenage
I know.
phase. Don't mind the gremlin upstairs. She's just the teenager.
I would just challenge myself. Mariah Carey would come on, and I was like, I can hit that note. And I just did that.
Let's watch it if any words swell up and explode.
Like, it was really simple. I just like practiced like heck. And you know, I obviously changed vocal coaches to a pop coach. Hello. And started competing. And what I noticed is that when I was singing from my head voice, just like, oh, I wouldn't win. But when I sang outwards, so using my pop voice, like, my projected voice, I always won.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. So then I was like, I'm going to go with this.
I'm going to go with what's winning.
And so I listened to No Doubt, Gwen Stefani, and tried to do those notes on Don't Speak, like, don't speak, oh. And I tried to add that rasp, and I just kind of sat in my room and did all this all day.
It's like parroting back what you heard on the radio kind of thing?
Yeah. I did that, and so then I started, you know, my whole journey went from there. I was like, this is what I want to do.
So then how did you find who you were?
Yeah,
from,
so
like,
oh
parroting
my
what you
god,
heard on
so
the radio?
because I was so good at parroting, I could sing like Evanescence. I could do anything at one point. I still can't. I'm just joking, but I'm pretty good at it. But you know, I didn't know who I
we all
was.
musical impressions begins.
Right? Don't we all do voices? So, anyways, I was like, who am I? So my first album, I was like a hip hop artist. The other album,
What?
yeah, I was like,
Sorry.
yo. Like I was like more gospel R&B. And then the other one,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
Today's a day full of many surprises to learn about each
I
other on live
know.
television.
Well, anyways, if you find me on YouTube, you'll see old clips of me in my like phases. And I honor those phases now. But when I made it to
it's like-
top 10 on La Voix, or it wasn't La Voix at the time, it was Star Académie, and I was in top 10. I made it there, and you know how like you're on a show and then like the judges talk behind your back, but you don't see it. Like it's only when you it's like watching The Bachelor, and then you see the comments, like, oh my god. Well, they commented about me. Yeah, and like I hadn't seen it, and
I haven't seen The Bachelor.
they were like,
so-
she doesn't know who she is, and I was like, ah! Sorry, I started crying like hell. Clara's awful.
Should we switch spots?
I like gave up for a bit. I was like,
Oh.
oh, because they don't think I'm good, I must not be good. Anyways, big journey for me. I had to really just find myself, and I'm still finding myself, because the problem with, it's not a problem, but it's a challenge with me, is that I like every single style of music, because that's what I have to do in my profession. I love everything. And so which one do I pick? And there'll be seasons where I love R&B and I just want to be an R&B singer, and there'll be seasons where I want to be a country singer. But right now my season is, I'm working with Clara Charron right now. She's
Willow
Sound Records, which now she's changed it to Syndicate. So she's working with somebody from Nashville. So my idea now is to, I'm married and I'd like children and stuff like that, but I still want to sing, right? So it's like, how do I do that and not get like burnt out, which happened last year? So trying to manage all this stuff and continue to dream, because my whole thing is never give up. So right now I'm in a transition phase where it's like, okay, I'm picking R&B. But it's a very specific type of R&B that I can't really describe. So I'm trying to get help from the label that I work with right now to explain my vision. But basically, I want my music to help people and to inspire people to sing and to be confident.
A lot of call and response kind of stuff.
Like, I want, like for instance, like when I go to a bar downtown, like I never really feel like fit in, because I do fit in, but like I just don't feel like I'm grungy enough or I'm like street enough, because I live in Orleans and I'm so middle class white girl. So I feel like for me,
You have that hip hop piece.
I am a little bit grungy. I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's pretty rock. But
That's what the kids are listening to, right? Hello, fellow kids.
Oh my god. Yeah. Don't even get me started on that. Don't
Sorry.
listen to rap. But yeah, so I mean, I like Snoop Dogg. I like things like that. But I'm very, I am who I am. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that I always try to be edgy or be edgier, or like maybe I'll try like, go to a part. Like I still like parties. Like I'm not like Virgin Mary, but I also like want to do positive things with my music, but in a non-cheesy way.
Yeah,
So that's the battle.
That's a battle. That's why my last EP was Chai Cheer Lattes, because I couldn't write happy songs without sounding like a total doofus at the time.
I love that title.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Anyways, that was a big chat. That's my story.
How do you okay, I just want your opinion on this. You don't have to necessarily go from your life, but you were mentioning about wanting to be grungy or edgy, or like,
yeah,
where do you draw the line between trying to challenge yourself and push your artistic limits and trying to be someone you're not?
I always say,
like, how would you know, or how would you advise a student to know where to draw the line, or how to tell when it's starting to be more like putting on a costume that doesn't fit right versus trying to expand because they want to go that way?
I think it's important now, looking at it, to be what you want to be when you want to be it. Like if you want to do rock that year, be rock. And if you end up sticking to it for a good 5 years plus, then that must be your genre. Some people just like one genre. I don't. I like a lot of genres. Like I like edgy stuff. Like I go to edgy stuff, but I would not wear like black leather.
No, I can't see you in black leather pants.
No.
Okay. No.
Like I'm super laid back, like.
Messy bun.
But sometimes like, people always say like you look different every time I see you. Well, it's because like when I'm putting on a show, I like to glam it up.
Yeah, it shouldn't be why did that random chick walk on stage? It should be, oh yeah, that's the performer.
Yeah. I kind of like want to keep it that way. And then when I'm normal Chantal, which is me right now, I just dress in my like Old Navy shirt and my Lulus. Like that's just what
with
I do.
Your coffee cup and
yeah, with my I just like that's what I do. I like to be functional in my wardrobe. I do a lot. I just can't be bothered with too much. But when I'm performing, I like go all out. I'm a Sephora VIB member. If you guys know what that is, like that's how much makeup I purchase.
I approve.
Like I'm a huge
I am also
girly.
at that level, the mid tier.
Right. Anyways, what was the question again?
Drawing the line between authentic and wanting to expand and push your boundaries and be inspired versus no longer just playing a role or costume that you don't want to play.
So look at it like shopping. Like when you go shopping, there's trends that are fashionable. Like what is it right now?
Ripped jeans.
Yeah.
I know mini skirts are in for this fall.
They are mini skirts, okay? And then next year you'll hate mini skirts, right? And then there's the like trench coats where they like never go out of style.
Yeah.
So I feel like music is sort of like that. It always comes back around.
Oh, well, let's talk about makeup since VIB. For example, the highlighting, the like shimmer highlights are really on trend right now.
Yes.
So if that's not for you, but that's
I say that's a good question, Clara, because I bought shimmery highlight and it's purple. I don't know why I bought it, but I was like, I have to have it. I maybe put it on once, but I'm happy I own it.
Well, that's nice. That's also good. You have a cover song that's a different genre in your collection.
I feel like,
in your repertoire.
That's a good point.
It's like red lips never go out of style,
Yeah.
Oh, in the sense of, a clear, healthy skin never goes out of style.
Yeah, and I feel like,
but then like a certain shade of eyeshadow might come in. Blue eyeliner might
Remember when we were young and baggy pants used to be really, really popular?
With the boys, yes.
With the girls. Yeah, at one point girls wore baggy pants and wanted to be like skaters. Well, that hasn't seen its day. Or bell bottoms. Bell bottoms in the 70s or something were really popular.
How old do you think I am, Chantal?
Oh my god!
You're the second person today to ask me about bell bottoms. This guy in the elevator today was
oh my god.
I think he was drunk and he didn't know how old I was. But
that would scare me. I'd be like, oh my god!
I'm like, I don't know how old you think. No, but he just like, I don't know, just badly guessed my age or something.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how old you think I am, but bell bottoms haven't been popular since as long as I can remember.
Honestly, yeah, and they will come back. If you are a bell bottom, if that is your artist, give it time and you will be in style again.
Oh yeah.
Don't change who you are.
I have my mom's old clothes. I have my grandmother's clothes.
You just hope. Like for instance, I will never be the skinny girl. I just can't. I love food too much, but I like health conscious, but I love food too much. I just don't feel happy when I stop eating it a lot and stuff. So for me, I was like, I'm going to wait to be like famous because I still think it's going to happen because I'm a big dreamer and I always believe. And when being trendy is not being skinny.
Well, Adele blew open a bunch of things.
And then when she opened up, I was like, oh my God, I think it's almost my time. Which it wasn't, which is okay. I still wasn't famous.
It's okay. And then
it's okay. And you know what? I was like, okay.
The Maker Tanner. I'm so sorry.
I'm like, one day, my style will be in fashion. I might be 40. I might be 50. Everything always comes back. So don't give up. It just takes time and it takes patience and it takes knowing people. And me as an introvert being like, I can only do like 2 or 3 social stuff and then I'm done. So you got to manage your time. If you're an introvert artist, you got to make sure you don't put out too much energy. You put it in the right areas and just take your time. You have a long life. Like I thought my life was over at 32. I'm 32. I thought I'd be like over. I was like, oh my God. But no, now I'm noticing there's like a lot more life left.
It's like,
yeah.
Retard.
Oh my God. I was like, why was I so stressed?
Don't trust anyone over 25.
Just don't. You're not going to be married when you're 28. You're not going to have a kid when you're like 22. what you think when you're a little girl.
Oh, thank goodness, because I'm 21.
Yeah, you're 21?
I am 21.
Girl.
What?
You're young.
Okay, good. I was wondering what that expression was. When you and the guy in the elevator today.
I know, right?
Girl. I'm like,
You bell bottom.
I moisturized this.
Oh my god, Clara, you're too funny.
Thank you. I'm so happy you're joining me on this one.
Aww.
Before your trip and everything.
Yeah, of course. I'm going camping.
You mentioned, yes.
What am I gonna do? But
Bug spray, sunscreen.
bug spray, sunscreen, some beer, some booze. What else am I gonna get?
Well, you're gonna get bitten by mosquitoes.
I'm gonna get bitten by mosquitoes. Will I write a song? No, I'm not gonna write a song because I'm not a songwriter. I'm a vocalist, and that's another discovery that I had to say. Listen, I don't have the patience for it. I want somebody else to write the song for me, and I'll deliver the shit out of it.
Oh,
but
awesome.
I'm not gonna write the song. Yep.
Yeah, because you
I'm
co-wrote
gonna go with
a
that
lot of
for
your
now.
songs on your EP.
Mm-hmm. I just find because I own a business as well, I can't do both. I can't sit down with somebody for 9 hours and create. Whereas if I was younger, I would be able to, but now I can't. So I got to make it work with my life.
Because I'm experiencing that, how do I find time? So I asked you about this a year ago, and you're like, I dedicate every Friday to songwriting.
Yeah. So
Well, that hasn't worked for me yet. Cause
I know. It's so hard. We always put ourselves last.
But I'm not a good that great a vocalist. I like writing songs.
I know.
But now I'm like, oh dear, what am I gonna do?
I know. But you have
Let
time.
me know when you have a solution.
Yeah, you have time.
Not
That's the other
not
thing.
according to my agenda.
No, I know though. I know. I like immediate results. I like my Sephora delivery, within 2 business days.
Shall we wrap up there?
Let's wrap it up.
Do the housekeeping.
The
Okay.
woods are calling my name.
All right. I plug Chantal's EP also in the description of this video.
Thank you.
Her website, social, she is wonderful. Once again, she runs Sing House Studios in Orleans, Ottawa.
Yeah.
Just a wonderful presence to have around, both
Thank you.
in your
Clara.
social media feed.
Please
and-
follow me.
Yeah, follow her. Follow your dreams and follow her Twitter.
Definitely never give up. Whatever you're doing, never give up.
Follow your
And
dreams,
be who
follow
you
her on
are.
Instagram.
And one day it will be something that's special and worth something, which it is. You're worth something.
I have a new digital freebie, which is also there, a networking event checklist. So please click that.
That is
It's
so
in the article.
useful.
Yeah, it's just what to pack. So if you're going to a networking event, say a conference or a cocktail party or stuff, I have the checklist kind of thing. With
Do you
all the
give
things.
all this stuff away for free?
Well, it's for an email.
Oh my God, people! Oh.
But yes, this is one of the new things I've been getting really into is content upgrades with my articles. So I write an article and then I'll have an extra downloadable upgrade. So whether it be a checklist or worksheets or something to work with it. So you've got this article and then you can have the accompanying piece with it for you. So it's really cool.
Wow.
Cool.
Those are good ideas that I'm going to use.
No, you're going to hire me and I'm going to help you. Well, I just got the Adobe Suite, which means now my PDF files are you're going to be able to work within them and edit them and fill them out like forms instead of having to print them. So there's an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, as Ariel Hyatt said at one point, 1 email list subscriber is equal to 45 social media followers.
Whoa.
So help me feel better and feel better than I did in 7th grade when the mean girls wouldn't let me sit with them because I wasn't popular by joining me on this mission and signing up for my email list.
Of course. I'm on it and I share your stuff all the time.
I really appreciate it. Tag me when you share my
Oh my God, I know I need to do that.
No, do it because then I'll thank you and the algorithms will love it. And then the last
The
I have
algorithms will love it. That was a good one.
this is the way
The algorithms will love it.
this is the way my little mind works, Chantal.
That's amazing. You make me laugh.
One last little announcement. I just accepted a new job with a company in Australia. I'm gonna be a marketing analyst for a music tech startup. Lucky for people in Australia, I'm staying here in Canada. And the show will still be on at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, the big update and how it's going to affect you is this show is no longer going to be live. That's right. Tonight is the last live episode, but the show is still on. I'm just going to be pre-recording it. So this means that I'll be able to put graphics above my head and with the stats, with numbers, with places to check out, and be more integrated that way.
Yeah.
Right? So it'll be just like those late night talk shows that complain about U.S. politics. Only it's the music industry. Well, that's where I got the inspiration.
That's amazing.
No, I did. I was like, hey, once you get past like the band and stuff, and like the crowd and stuff, it's just a guy in a desk. I can do that.
Yes,
so you know, it says the skyline of New York. I got the skyline of Ottawa, but I can do.
I like that.
Anyway, so that's basically it. That's why I start with the news, and then I go into a presentation. Like that was where I got the inspiration.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that because it's true. They do those politic things.
Yeah.
But I never understand the jokes of the politics. So I'd rather it be about music and
well, that's it. Like, this is my crowd. I'm not trying to appeal to people who follow politics. I'm doing it for bands and artists. This is like your Monday night show. So I'll be able to put like a graphic there when it comes to illustrating stats. Like, for example, with the 12% thing, I can like do a pie chart and show it. And
yes, because I think a lot of people are visual too.
Being able to do it on the visual side. I remember at one point I was like trying to show math equations that I drew out like on a whiteboard.
Yes.
And it's like, that is not fun to try to do. But also presentations, PowerPoint.
And it's reversed too, like on the camera.
Be able to do worksheets in real time together kind of thing for interactive workshops.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think decision.
I think it's for the best, and I'm really excited. It also means I can integrate pre-recorded interviews with people from far away.
That's great.
I did do an interview with someone earlier who's a professional in the Myers-Briggs personality type, but for music industry.
Oh,
so how to interact between bandmates, between tour managers to artists, producers to artists.
Yeah.
Anyway, I pre-recorded that.
Go.
I pre-recorded that because she's in the States, you know, so it's like,
yeah, you're not gonna go all the way over there.
I can't, but if I can pre-record it, and she might not be free at 9 p.m. Right? 9 p.m. on a Monday night. So being able to pre-record it and bring it in to this seamlessly, because one of the reasons I was having so many tech difficulties, I'll be honest with you, because you all watch it live and watch me try to fix things while the Hall of Mirrors is going on in the Skype call on the live stream. It's because my computer can't keep up with all the software, the microphone, the live stream.
Oh yeah,
stream.
You guys have you shown them your setup, like your actual setup?
I'll show you.
Since it's your last day live,
I will show you my setup. Good call.
I walked in, I was so impressed.
Okay, hang on. So
check this out.
So I've got. Well, it's also my living room, so I've got the microphone there.
Ooh.
I've got a mirror for doing my makeup right before. I have. Let's see, does this work? I have my little Sennheiser thing. I have my professional stage lights. I have Her Royal Majesty Louise, who's grinning for and then you come around, and then you have the couch. Couch again. I have a table there, which I put some stuff on, and this laptop is sitting on my piano bench.
Wow.
Bench.
You got a pretty good mic too.
I do. This is the mic I recorded my EP on because I don't like big studios, so I recorded it in my
apartment. There's so much content here, and I think that, you know, I want to thank Clara personally for everything that she does for us musicians, right?
I want to thank you for being such an inspiration, such a great mentor figure for me.
Honestly, it's a tough business, and you know,
just having some positivity. We are like forces of positivity. Right? I don't know how the roof managed to hold us.
I know.
The ceiling fell us tonight.
Yeah.
We're like the two most sparkly, fabulous people in Ottawa when it comes to the music industry. When it comes to inspiring. Yeah. I like to think.
And I know that there are others out there, and you know, we'll find them.
I know, but right now we're the two loudest and sparkly.
Yeah, we'll say.
Sparkly.
I like pink. I like blue. I like green. I like. What else do I like? Turquoise.
Because turquoise is my color for those of you who haven't figured it out yet.
Ooh,
that's my favorite color since I was 8, so naturally it was my business color.
Love it. Want to thank Catherine for joining us. Who else do we want to thank?
Your mom, because she's going to share it. Because she shares a lot of
my mother is going to share this with everybody on her Facebook in capital letters, en français. Clara, je donne l'inspiration à l'industrie musicale à Ottawa. Merci. Oh my god. Anyways, I gotta go camping. It was great. Real fun. And you guys will see Clara when and where?
Next week, Monday at 9. I'm going to schedule the pre-recorded video to go out at the same time, so you don't have to worry about changing it in your agenda. Have a great night. Be excellent to each other. Lots of love, and stay colorful.